5% now. Let's pull up the stock of Hinduja Global for you and show you what that counter is doing. We are picking up news on this counter, and that is that it has bought 89.9% stake in US based company Colibrium. To talk to us about this buyout, we are joined by Partha Global CEO of Hinduja Global. He is joining us from Bangalore. Mr. Sarkar, thank you so much for joining us on NDTV Profit. Can you tell us what has prompted you to go ahead with this acquisition of this US based company Colibrium? We understand it is in the BFSI space. How much have you paid for this acquisition?
So with President Obama bringing in the Healthcare Reform Act, the way insurance is being sold in the US has changed. Now it's become a lot more consumer centric. Earlier it used to be a B2B transaction. Now it's increasingly becoming a B2C transaction. So this company Colibrium provides a cloud-based service, wellness and automation platform that allows individual consumers to shop for their insurance. What we want to do with this platform is to be able to sell it to our existing clients in the health insurance space. We work with some of the biggest brands of health insurers in the US. So we want to offer this platform as a B2C solutions for them to sell their insurance product. This is a part of our building the service gaps that we have today in our portfolio. And we would therefore be able to offer a platform-based service to our clients. We have paid approximately $14.17 million for an 89.9% stake, and we also have a loan of about $1.73 million that we have extended to the company. The enterprise valuation for this works out to about $17.5 million.
17.5 million, sir? Is that the enterprise value?
Yes.
Right. You said that this has a B2C platform on a cloud basis. What are the synergies that exist between your existing US subsidiary and Colibrium partners? How will you leverage it?
Health insurance has been one of our oldest verticals, and today it's our biggest vertical. It contributes about 30% plus to our revenues, global revenues. This platform actually would help us service our existing clients very well as they transform their business model to sell to more a B2C clientele as opposed to the B2B clientele that they have done in the past. So Colibrium, as it stands on a standalone basis, today has revenues of about 12.6 million. It has about 30 clients. What we are expecting to do with is take this platform to our existing insurance clients and offer it to them. And also with reform now firmly being in its seat, we expect the market for consumer-oriented healthcare to really explode in the coming years. And that's why we decided to go ahead and do this transaction. It brings us totally in the cutting edge of healthcare reform and technology. We've always traditionally been a service company. This now allows us to sell a platform with a service shrink wrap around it.
Right. Is this buyout going to be EPS accretive for Hinduja Global?
Of course, it is going to be EPS accretive. If you've seen, the US health insurance market is seasonal. All health insurance policies expire as of 31st of December and have to be renewed as of 1st of Jan. So there is a certain amount of seasonality in this business. Typically, we see the seasonality pick up in the Q3 and Q4 of the Indian fiscal, but this is going to be an EPS accretive transaction.
All right. Now you said that the company that you purchased has about 30 clients. Can you tell us how many clients in the health portfolio do you have, does your US subsidiary have, and what additional business will you now manage to get post this acquisition?
We serve all the top brands. So in the top 15, I think we serve about 4 to 5 of the top 15 brands in the US. And as I said, that's about 30% of our revenues. We expect to be able to take this platform to them, and as they transform their business model to be able to attract more B2C clients, this platform is going to be a big help for them. Traditionally, we've done backroom service processes or customer interaction services for these clients. Now we are going to be able to offer them client acquisition engines, because that's what the platform does. It helps in client acquisitions for individual customers. But if you ask me what's the specific sale number that I have, right now I think it's a little premature to comment on that. I think suffice to say that where Insurance Reform Act is going, there's a large untapped potential that we see for this kind of product in coming years.
Right. What are the margins that Equilibrium operates at?
Equilibrium on a standalone basis margins we would not really like to disclose, but as I said, this is expected to be EPS accretive for us.
Right. Just wanted to talk about the general business trends as well. There was some newspaper reports saying that large Indian BPOs are competing very aggressively, and this is putting pressure on the pricing. They're competing very aggressively for new orders, for new projects, and this is putting a lot of pressure on the pricing. What would you have to say on the pricing that BPO companies can now command, given the increased competition in other geographies as well as the number of players?
Look, I would say that I don't necessarily agree with that particular point of view. You know, outsourcing and offshoring is quite mature these days, and the pricing environment also is quite mature. I would say that there is a lot of consolidation happening in the marketplace, so players are coming together to form bigger entities and all of that. So competition is actually, if you just look at the number of players, they're actually reducing, because you know a lot of these players are either folding up or consolidating into a fewer number of players. I don't think that that competition is affecting pricing per se. I would be very optimistic in saying that the pricing is stable to positive. That's the way I look at pricing.
All right. Thank you so much for speaking with us at NDTV Profit and giving us more details of the acquisition done by Hinduja Global, the purchase of Equilibrium, a US-based insurance company which works on a cloud-based platform, and Hinduja Global has paid about $14.17 million for this near 90% stake. Let's now move on to another development, and this is concerning the mutual fund space. Reports say that exposure of mutual funds in equity schemes